If you don't appreciate the reason you're going to want the property, you won't value the property. Napoleon wanted to gallivant across the old world, and Jefferson wanted to expand in the new world. So France sells Louisiana to the U.S. for $15 million in 1803. The $15 million probably lasted a few months fueling the French army. It's gone. Jefferson got that. He got 27% of the United States. It's an 800,000x return. Worth 12 trillion or more. It'll be worth more. Jefferson had some vision, as did this man. Seward pays $7 million for Alaska 2 years after the country's decimated by the Civil War. John D. Rockefeller is trying to start an oil company. Today, there's $1 trillion of oil underneath Alaska. It's a massive return for a piece of paper. How much is digital capital worth? Take the $450 trillion, multiply by 3%. That's your entropy cost or your inflation cost. It costs the world $13.5 billion a year to take all of those parade of horribles when they're trying to preserve their wealth. If you put a 20 P to E on it, like you'd value a company or a long duration bond, that's worth $270 trillion. So digital capital is worth 10, 20, 15 trillion a year, and is worth hundreds of trillions of dollars. Reality check. Is he full of BS?
In this first part of our deep dive into the future of digital capital, we explore fascinating parallels between historical investments, like the purchase of Alaska, and today's digital revolution. We discuss how visionaries like Thomas Jefferson and John D. Rockefeller recognized untapped potential in assets that others overlooked, just as modern investors are now seeing the immense value in digital currencies like Bitcoin. With global wealth estimated at $450 trillion, we analyze how digital assets could capture a significant portion of this value, potentially transforming the very concept of capital. This segment also contrasts the impressive returns on digital capital with the declining returns in traditional financial markets, illustrating the shifting dynamics of global wealth.
Well, digital capital is returning 55% for the past 4 years. Financial capital, the best in the world, is the bond. It's minus 5%. Imagine capitalizing your company or your country on a minus 5% instead of a plus 55%. It's obviously working. And now let's come back to my chart here. Global wealth, we can look at it like this, and we see the little Bitcoin, square in the left corner. But what's happening? Here's my macro Bitcoin forecast. It's 21 years. Goes out to the year 2045. What do I think will happen? Well, I've got a bear case and a bull case, but what I think will happen is that 55% ARR goes to 50%, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. It's between 50 and 20. It'll gradually decelerate till it's growing about twice as fast as the S&P index. And at that rate, Bitcoin's $13 million a coin in the year 2045. 13 million. It could be a 3 million bear case. It could be a 49 million bull case. But what is Bitcoin? 7% of the world's assets then. What about the rest of the assets? Well, I actually think that AIs and technology are going to revolutionize tech. We had no companies worth $1 trillion. Then we had a bunch of trillion-dollar companies. You're going to see more because you're going to see companies with 100,000 AIs and no employees, and they're going to do the work of companies that used to have 100,000 employees. You're going to see mega corps develop, shipping robots and self-driving cars, and a company that gives a personal physician to 1 billion people without any doctors on the payroll. So clearly equity is going to grow fast. Gold's going to get demonetized. Land will be less monetized. But look, here's the future in 2045. Doesn't look that revolutionary. It looks like today. It's just that Bitcoin is visible on the chart to you. When Bitcoin is visible, that's going to be the base case. Now, what are the implications of this? How do you make money? Well, let's talk about individual Bitcoin strategy. What should you do? Make Bitcoin your primary treasury asset. Convert your excess earnings to Bitcoin. Utilize subsidized credit. If the government will loan you money, borrow the money at cheap rates and buy Bitcoin, and find a tax-efficient way to invest the Bitcoin.
In the second part of our exploration, we look into the future with a detailed macro forecast for Bitcoin, extending out to the year 2045. We consider how Bitcoin's annual return rates might evolve, potentially leading to a valuation as high as $13 million per coin. But the discussion goes further, examining how advancements in AI and technology will reshape industries, leading to the rise of megacorporations powered by AI with minimal human employees. Imagine a future where companies operate with hundreds of thousands of AI systems, revolutionizing productivity and the global economy. This segment also provides strategic insights into how you can position yourself to benefit from these trends by making Bitcoin a central part of your financial strategy. We wrap up by reflecting on the future of global assets, wealth distribution, and the pivotal role of digital innovations in shaping tomorrow's economy. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.